My presentation was a little bit different. Being of Puerto Rican ancestry, I brought something I showed to my son a couple of days ago, and he didn't realize that this book is called From Slavery to Freedom, A History of Negro Americans by John Hope Franklin. And the reason I've kept this book, I'm not telling you my age, but I've had it for decades. When I was a senior in high school, I decided my last semester before I was going to graduate, I wanted to take Black Studies. And everybody said, why do you want to take Black Studies? And we're talking decades ago. And I said, I don't know, I just want to take Black Studies. So I took the class, and I was the only Puerto Rican in the class. There were no other Latinos or whites. It was all African Americans. And I still remember the teacher's name, Mr. Denard, and it changed my life forever. And I was so angry because it made me realize that I had been in school for like 12 years, and like all the other Puerto Rican students that I knew, and most of the African Americans, we were graduating from school not knowing who we were. And I think that is an out and out sin for children to go to school and you graduate even from college and you still have no idea who you are, where you came from, and the contributions of your people. I'll never forget when the teacher said to me, Zoraida, why don't you bring some brown power up in here? And I got so scared because I didn't know anything about brown power. But I made it a point then, and I was only 17 years old, that I was going to study all that I could. And after all these decades, I found that the information is so much that I'll probably die and not know like a quarter of what is out there to learn. But it made me realize how important it was that this be implemented in our schools, because that is the problem. We were talking earlier about how children are failing in schools. Well, of course, if you start teaching children about who they are, even at a pre-kindergarten age, and it's been proven, these children will be better students because they will have a more positive self-esteem. And when we look about and talk about issues like slavery, how many times people say, well, get over it, it passed. Why are you dwelling on the past? But Jewish people do it very effectively. I think the whole world knows about the Holocaust. These people spend millions of dollars building museums and making sure their kids, from when they start to crawl, learn about not only the Holocaust, but their history and contributions so that it doesn't happen again. And if you look at now, I don't think there's any school here in this county that teaches Black Studies. And that's a shame, because that is having a horrific effect on students. And like I said earlier, it's been found when children learn about the accomplishments and their history, it's amazing the difference it will make in that child growing up, and the development and the contributions that they can make as leaders in their community, because they have a self-esteem that no matter what comes along, nobody's gonna bring them down. So in my case, my family originally was from Puerto Rico, and there was slavery in Puerto Rico. In the case of many people here from different Latin American nations and Caribbean nations, they don't like to talk about it. Many say they don't have African ancestry, not me, and I used to I never knew my actual African ancestry until recently when I did my own DNA. I wanted to find out, well, do I have or not, because you hear so much. And it came out that I have 11% African ancestry and from West Africa. And in studying the history of the bringing of the slaves to Puerto Rico, the majority of them were from the area of Nigeria, from the Western Africa.